My paper is about bridging the gap. It's about the dynamic of people analytics through those feature importance analysis using a 2K dataset. So there's a current issue here because for previous research, either about human capital and analytics or sports analytics, the primary focus on specific on-court skills like your scoring, your rebounding, your assist. But sometimes they miss some kind of comprehensive performance indicators. For example, if you are great scorer, does not mean you are good player. Yeah, sometimes it depends. It's not about your efficiency. Also, lots of extensive research applying those series to modern sports, as for especially like off-court factors, because for general sports statistics, it's hard to measure this, like a social media, the metrics of social media. Also, from the area of human capital analytics to understand the relationship between those attributes and salaries. That's the reason why I conduct this research. And also, there's a gap in there, because of the rules are changing, and there's no way to comprehensively capture those players' attributes or contributions. So there are some research questions. Is what is unique skills? What is the differentials impact the salary distributions and those attributes like social media related? How it's going to be aligned with the Siri part? Also comparing those two different metrics, which one has more influence? For methodology part, I'm going to use 2K dataset and I use a random forest model and shape value for feature importance. And also I'm going to use feature engineering techniques for multifaceted aspect of players' attributes. Yeah, so I'm trying to bridging those gaps of tournament theory with practical area of sports and people analytics using 2K dataset, and there's going to be an insight about players' contract and for maybe broader areas like human resources and leadership management. So these are literatures about salaries, mostly about how salaries going to work, how video games is a combination of video games and salary analysis. But there's a gap because mainly on encore performance for salary determinations, and there's a lack of in-depth exploration of those bi-directional effect in game and in real life factors. Also, for this series about social medias, they do have some like a tournament series about salary difference based on skills. Also, human capital series about how you can determine a individual or employee's value, the core value based on their skills, knowledge, and salary. So here's a research extension. It's trying to fill the gap to combine those effects to the in-game performance and off-court factors. Yeah, so that's the methodology. I'm going to use 2K dataset. This is a leading basketball simulation video game by 2K Sports. They have their own ways to measure a player, single players' value, skills. Yeah, the way they capture those metrics use different attributes like shooting IQ, offensive consistency, and defensive consistency. Also with their like emotional intelligence metrics. Yeah, they're because this kind of a leading company and they have in gaming industry, so they are compared with general MBAs or sports analytics dataset. It's a kind of comprehensive, and there's not too many researchers. They focus on 2K dataset, and try to apply this. So this is kind of one of the unique part in this research. For this data set, it's time frame is like 4 years of 2K and 27 skill variables. It's 27 features, and those scales is from 0 to 99. Different you know attribute variables like accuracy, athleticism, or shooting IQ. There are also some supplementary data from player salaries and player social media attributes. Yeah. So I'm trying to examine the relationship between players' attributes and digital presence and salary. So here's an example of it's just one part of it. It's players' attributes and player's name. Yeah, because I can't bring all this 27 attributes in there, so it's just a general sample of it. Because the those attributes and those features, I use mean value to calculate this. They have like a shooting IQ and close range shooting, mid range shooting, 3 point shooting, driving layup, dunking, draw the foul, post move, most in this example, all of this is about like a offensive related, those attributes. I mean, if you're watching the game, watching the, NBA, the game, you're gonna be familiar with those what I'm talking about. These are these are social media related values. Twitter's follower, each player's Twitter's follower, they're following. Their how many Twitters they in the history they posted, and how long they joined the Twitter. Now we should call it X, right? And Instagram for followers and Instagram post count, Instagram durations, how many you know users you have been following, and their salaries. These are also the definition of those variables. Yeah, the duration, the numbers of posts, and the race, nation, and sensitive is about you know yeah each player's let's say nationality is their United States player or not. So for the methodology part, I try to use random forest. I do compare with some other models, but random forest has the best the accuracy. So I train the model, use MSC and RMSC to check for the prediction, and then use random forest model for, and after that is shape value to measure players featuring those features 27 features feature importance, because for shape value is trying to ensure a systematic and comprehensive assessment of each feature's impact. So use the mean absolute shape value for every feature to quantify the influence. Yeah, for this comparisons, it's like a unnormalized data versus a normalized data, and those kind of insights in there, and there's a comprehensive insights by using the shape. So here's the result. So primary findings here is block. Block is a kind of a defensive related, you know, attributes, the defensive related features. So looks like your players their defensive skills gonna be have a high impact on their salary. Also for those hands and shoe clothes, they're significant, but looks like those kind of relatively offensive related features, they might not have those kind of high level impact. And for social media influence. They do have some impact, but they're not dominant. So there's intuitive understanding of those factors, right, for players. Here's a shape value of this, and we can clearly. Sorry, it didn't show up. The first one's supposed to be the block. So here's the how the this is distribution of these features. Here's a better version for it. This because it clearly shows the how those features are. There's a way to quantify those features' importance. Like I said, the block has a kind of a dominant, along with the hands, shoe close, yeah, and oh, there's a kind of a repetition here, yeah, because sorry about the slide, but they do have a repetition here. So we can see how those different features how they distribute. So from this research, we can see the defensive abilities has a kind of a significant impact on player salaries, and we can see there's a rule change in the game. There's because the game is going to be faster, the pace faster. They are those are either for the managerial level or from the consumer, the fans, the fan economy level, they do care about offensive skills. But in this research, feels like it's a kind of contradictory because actually maybe because the defensive security attributes or features is kind of relatively rare. So, but there's also a trend towards versatility. There's a kind of positionless basketball. Yeah, because maybe you should care about your both offensive and defensive skills, also with kind of playmaking skills. And for social media related features, there's a correlation between Instagram follower and salary. There's a importance of marketability and fan engagement for salary determination. For factors influencing Instagram popularity, because for successful on Instagram, it's influenced by you know on core skills, especially social media strategies, and we should care about the interplay between different platforms, like I showed. So let's say Facebook, Twitter, or maybe Instagram. Yeah. There's a limitation here. They can't be capture all those on-core performance, especially some intangible qualities, like leadership, because this is an individual-based data. Also, there's a generalization issue here because it's only focused on sports area. So it's relatively hard to generalize this into a broader organizational context because we can it's easy to find those salary data, but it's relatively difficult to quantify employees skill sets in a company. Let's say it's easy for us to find a for a sales team we can find those you know those sales position employees their sales record, but how to quantify their individual skill sets? Yeah, you can't be measured just like that, right? So for future research, we can track down those patterns for those players' encore achievement and online interactions, maybe broader variable inclusions for more, let's say, teams levels, injuries, those, and also for social media level, examine those players' social media activities, maybe more, kind of using time series data or maybe long-term data for it, and for market presence to encourage players to engage actively on social media because it's showing that social media has a kind of positive impact for your salary. Also, this is a way to use maybe for future research to use machine learning, deep learning, methodologies to analyze those social media related content. So for conclusion part is this is a way of merging those tournament theory with human capital principles, especially on those if individuals skill sets or knowledges they can be quantified, so it can be merged to analyze here how to determine how the salary determination. Also using 2K data set because for I mean it's like 90% of the research on sports area or somewhere else they're gonna use a general basketball statistics, but in this research is kind of innovative because I'm using a game related data set, and actually this kind of data set is more comprehensive and more kind of broader than basketball related statistics. This is also a tool for stakeholders, for those managers, sports managers, or video game players, or scouts for strategic players evaluation decision making. So for broader implication on four areas like human capital managers, this new methodology to for individual ability assessment. For digital influencers, it's for digital content and social media strategy is kind of an indispensable part. Also, it's a great way to interconnect those strategies with individual feature related skill sets, and for future research for expansion into a multifaceted dimensions of human capital in digital age to extending this for talent developing, talent acquisition, and human resources. So